We want to go across the river right now, across the Hudson River to New Jersey, to Weehawken, to the hospital there, and check in with a couple of the survivors of that airplane that went down in the Hudson yesterday. On the phone with us now, we've got Dave Sanderson and Barry Leonard. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Oh, we've got you live with a camera and everything. Holy cow. How are you guys doing? First, let me start with you, Dave. What's the extent of your injuries?
I came out pretty well, just some bruises right now, some freeze, I guess, cold burns on my legs.
So you were in the water then?
I was in the water, yes.
Yeah, and Barry, what's the extent of your injuries?
I've got a fractured sternum, so I don't hurt except when I move.
And I will promise not to make you laugh, okay? Because I've had that same experience. Gentlemen, we've talked to some survivors earlier, talked about the sensation in the plane. When that plane hit the water yesterday, Dave, did you think you were going to come out alive?
I prayed immediately when I saw it going down, and I knew we were going to come out alive, but when I saw the water rushing in as quickly as it did, you know, that's when you had to take action pretty quickly. So I always thought that I'd get out alive and everybody would get out.
Talk to me about the New York waterways folks, the rescue folks. I mean, really, the fact that so many people got not only onto the wings of the plane or into the water, but out of the water in such a finite amount of time, such a little amount of time. I guess that's why we're all saying this is part of the miracle.
I agree. I think what was shocking when I was standing in the door and looking and making sure everybody was gone, the boats were there. It was more maybe the 2-3 minutes max that they were there, and they just kept coming. And that was probably the greatest thing to see, is that they responded the way they did, and the way they took action.
And they were definitely some of the heroes here.
Yeah. No kidding. And I mean, just normal working folk who work on those boats. Barry, get me to that point where you come out of the exit, you're out there. Did you think, what was going through your mind as you realized, I'm not dead?
Well, yeah, you know, for whatever reason, I was calm going down, but you know, after the impact, you know, the flight attendant said to get to the exit, and the slide, what I consider to be the slide, wasn't out yet, but she said jump, so I jumped into the water, and I started swimming, thinking that you know, maybe I should swim to shore, but I realized after about a minute there was no way I could survive doing that as cold as the water was, so I swam back. And you know, the raft was out by then, so I jumped into the raft. And actually, I was obviously extremely cold, and one of the pilots gave me his shirt, and I took it off his back and put it on mine to keep me warm, and actually just kind of hugged me just to help me stay warm.
Man, I'll tell you what, your families back home, I'm certain they're very, very happy to see your faces this morning. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to share your stories.